Hi there, welcome to this month's edition of Her Brief Period. That's right, this time we're doing it all in English. If you're new here, this is 绝对是个 new Her Brief Period 国际月经简报 coming to you once a month, taking a look at the most interesting happenings in the world through a woman's lens. Today we're bringing you 3 stories from China. Recently, the famously ageless Chinese actress Liu Xiaoqing has captured the attention of younger generations. The reason? At over 60 years old, she began dating a man 20 years her junior. In fact, Liu Xiaoqing has never truly faded from the pop culture spotlight. She has consistently taken on roles far younger than her actual age, and her appearance defies the typical expectations of a 74-year-old. Controversy has always surrounded her, and recently it was revealed that she is dating men 20 years her junior, not just one, but several. While some people quickly resort to slut-shaming, many others are applauding her for her tribalizing and liberating attitude. But her ex-boyfriend threatened to expose their chat records, to which Liu Xiaoqing responded, "I don't think these are some kind of damning evidence. What's the big deal? Everyone has their own personal issues. I like you, that's enough, isn't it? You like me, which shows I have charm." The attitude is simply, I don't care, I will live my life the way I want. Honestly, I admire and envy Liu Xiaoqing's mindset. Her views on marriage and love are remarkably ahead of her time. In an interview, she once said that she only wants to enjoy love and refuses to be bounded by marriage. She is unafraid to walk away decisively when a marriage or relationship faces problems. She has married 4 times. She has never had children, stating, "I don't believe having children is the continuation of a woman's life." As a timeless movie star, Liu Xiaoqing embodies a rare example of a woman in East Asian culture, one who has served time in prison, been unfaithful in marriage, refused to be defeated, defied aging, embraced individuality, disregarded conventions, and relentlessly pursued her own desires. Liu Xiaoqing's latest scandal has caused a dramatic shift in her public image, transforming her from a figure associated with the little girl cult to that of a big female lead. This change comes in the context of an increasingly conservative culture climate in mainland China, where Liu stands as a flawed yet free-spirited woman, unapologetically showcasing her powerful and unique personality. As she once said, "If I weren't arrogant, aggressive, domineering, and didn't speak loudly, I wouldn't be Liu Xiaoqing." For her, staying true to oneself has always been the most important value. She has broken free from the constraints of age with her vibrant vitality. While we are so often bound by society's timeline, that clock also represents a form of discipline for women to be daughters, wives, and mothers, to be reserved in youth, self-sacrificial in marriage, and graceful in old age. Yet, there are 78-year-old men still serving as presidents. Why is it that men are celebrated for growing stronger with age, while women are expected to just grow old and age in a graceful way? As women, we face both individual dilemmas and structural challenges, but we have the power to overcome them. There is no one-size-fits-all solutions, but many possibilities. During this year's biggest shopping festival in China, Double 11, JD.com enlisted well-known stand-up comedian Yang Li to promote the event. However, this sparked a backlash from some male consumers on the platform. They criticized JD.com with comments like, "Do ordinary men even have the right to shop on JD?" In response, JD issued a public apology and announced it would no longer collaborate with Yang Li. During a 2021 stand-up comedy show, Yang Li delivered a punchline.
就是他明明为什么看起来那么普通，但是他却可以那么自信。
While widely shared as a meme, the line offended many male audience. From that moment, Yang Li became a focal point of backlash from men who felt threatened by the equality movement, accusing her of creating division between genders and disparaging ordinary men. However, Yang Li's critique wasn't aimed at ordinary men themselves. It was about confidence, specifically the entitlement of those in positions of power. This isn't the first time Yang Li has encountered encountered backlash in brand promotions. Intel replaced her as their ambassador. Mercedes-Benz significantly reduced her ad exposure, and during a live stream with a sanitary pad brand, she was subjected to intense online harassment from male users. Although the internet is often said to have a short memory, the hatred toward Yang Li has not faded over time. Instead, it has intensified as conversations around gender issues have grown. This animosity isn't just directed at Yang Li. It's a reaction to the perceived threat posed by gender equality. Over the past 3 years, women have increasingly discussed self-empowerment and reflected on systemic injustice. In this year's stand-up comedy shows, female comedians tackle topics like menstrual stigma, societal pressure to marry and have children, and the burden of emotional labor in marriages. Some men, fearing the loss of their privileged space, have reacted defensively, fueling a kind of men's right movement. They struggle to take Yang Li's words as a joke, not because of the content, but because the one joking is a woman, and their fragile sense of masculinity won't allow it. We have never aimed to push men into opposition, because patriarchy doesn't harm only women, it also perpetuates injustice that affect men. In the pursuit of gender equality, these hidden inequalities are increasingly brought to light, giving a voice to those oppressed by rigid notions of masculinity. Gender isn't a zero-sum game. True equality creates the potential for a win-win scenario where everyone benefits. This process is challenging. It's difficult to reason with those who benefit from the status quo. It's like the husband in the movie Her Story, who won't truly understand women's struggles simply by reading a few books by Ueno Chizuko. Yet, we must fiercely protect even the smallest spaces for expression. The more we speak up, the greater the chance of creating change, perhaps even inspiring more comments like, "I'm a man and I support this." On October 24th, 43-year-old Shabai took her own life in Switzerland. Before this, she had been battling lupus and had suffered severe kidney failure. However, in her final words, she stated, "I have lived a wonderful life." Shabai was diagnosed with lupus in her early 20s, an autoimmune disease that primarily affects women of childbearing age. There is no cure for the condition, so most patients require lifelong treatments, including steroids, and must avoid exposure to sunlight. However, Shabai did not want her life to be defined by illness. She refused steroid injections, determined to fully embrace the sunshine, the beach, her body, and love. Ultimately, when confronted with kidney failure and the need for dialysis 2 to 3 times a week, she made the decision to end her life in Switzerland. Shabai's decision sparked a wave of controversy both before and after her death. Some criticized her for setting a poor example, while others accused her of neglecting her elderly parents, calling her selfish and unable to endure any hardship. There were even those who speculated that it was all a publicity stunt made up to generate attention. Extensive debates and analysis began to surface on various social media platforms, scrutinizing Shabai's moral flaws in an attempt to argue that her decision was wrong and selfish. Shabai faced intense controversy partly because she was an elite woman with resources, holding a liberal value system, self-centered, and even fond of beauty. She rejected the optimistic woman overcoming illness narrative, choosing instead to face death with calm confidence. The public's imagined image of a patient of a woman did not align with this. She was expected to seek a way to heal and compromise with mainstream values. The public even tried to use the concept of filial piety to condemn her. In videos, one could see the father's reluctance and the daughter's attachment. But their interpretation of filial piety is rooted in love and respect, not in sacrificing personal will. In the end, those who accused Shabai of being unfilial only caused more harm to her parents. When a woman is strong, she is praised. When a woman is pitiful, she is sympathized with. But when a woman simply wants to be herself, she is judged. Lastly, I hope we can focus more on whether women's health issues receive the attention they deserve and respect each individual's understanding of the meaning of life. That's all for this month's Her Brief Period. Let's keep creating spaces for meaningful conversation and hope to gain more allies along the way. Please follow my channel and give me a thumb up if you like this. Until next time, I'm Alex. See you. Bye.